All right, good morning, everyone. So we're recording this video here on Saturday, and hopefully the Niners won. But we are doing the optical illusion. All right, so we're going to end with this design right here on the right. But the way we're going to do this, it'll be little steps. First, we're going to draw a hexagon. Then we have that line down the middle. We're going to break that into 6 different parts. We know how to do that. And then we're going to use the parallel lines to find these little marks right here, these points. And we're going to end up building steps along the side. And then we'll fill in those steps. So we'll end up with our final design. And in the end, we have to ask the question, do you see 2 blocks upside down, like up in the corner of the ceiling, or do you see it as a staircase? Okay, so let's begin with our hexagon. We'll go to GeoGebra, and the simplest way to do this is you make a circle right in the center of your screen, and then the marker point you put right up. Actually, I'm going to put right here on the side. Now, a hexagon is a 6-sided polygon. So if we go all the way around, that's 360 degrees. And if we have to divide it by, we need 6 points. So we have to divide 360 divided by 6. So that means I'm going to rotate this by 60 degrees. And we'll come here to transform, where we say rotate around a point. And I'm going to rotate point B around point A. And I'll type this in as 60 degrees. And I keep hitting that point, rotate it around A, keep doing 60 degrees. And I just keep doing it until I get all the way around the circle. There's 3. I have 5 points now. And here is my 6th point. Okay, so now I have the points of my hexagon. I can hide the circle right here. I can even hide that midpoint, point A. So I'm going to do that. I'll hide the circle, and I'll hide point A. Okay, and then I'm going to draw this with segments. Now, I realize I may have screwed one thing up. We want the hexagon to be pointed up top, so I want the point up at the top. So I'm going to take point B, I'll hit the purple arrow, and I'm going to grab point B and I'm going to move it so it's up at the top of my design here. There you go, just like that, okay? Everything else is fine. I haven't changed anything. I just rotated it so that point B is up at the top. All right, so now we're going to do the line down the middle, and we're going to have to do, we'll do a line down the middle, and then we'll have a ray coming off of B triple prime here. Let's go out here this way to the left. And then I'm going to put a point on the object. And we'll put the point right about here. Okay. Now I want to have the compass and the intersect tools. I want those on my screen at the same time because I'm going to do this quite a bit. But we'll start with the compass and we'll click B, E, B. Now we want, there's one circle. We want 6 total circles. Okay, so E, B, E, intersect, and then compass, F, E, F. Let's roll this down here. Intersect, compass, G, F, G. My shoulder. Okay, intersect. This is 4 circles. Make my 5th. I'll mark the compass. H, G, H. Intersect. And I have 5 circles here, so my 6th circle will be I, H, I. And then I'll mark this intersection. Okay, so I've marked that and I have all of my points along there. So now I go to segment and I connect my last point here, J, to the top of this line. So from J to B. And then I'm going to use the parallel line tool. And I want to be parallel to this line, but go through point I. Parallel to this line, but go through H. And we showed people last week, I can click on any of these lines and they're all going to be parallel. So I can click line, parallel, line, parallel, line, parallel, just like that. Okay. And then I won't mark all these intersections. Some of them are free and clear, so that's good. But some of them look like they're covered up. So I'll show you how to deal with that. All right, the tip of my finger. Okay, so now this one's kind of covered up. So if I use my purple arrow to move things, I'm going to move this down so I can move this point, and now this intersection is free and clear and I can mark it and we're in good shape. Okay, and then I can move it back and everything's fine. So move it back and we're all good. Okay, and then we'll hide all the objects. So I'll hide all these lines. Maybe we're gonna hide the line in the middle. I'll hide my ray. And I'll hide my circles. Okay. And then I want to hide even these points that were on the ray. Okay, it looks like E is already hidden. So I think I'm good here. And let's zoom back out. We'll hide even point D. Okay. All right, so now let's try and center this. Here we go. Okay. And then we'll go back to our picture. So we're going to do, if we're counting from the bottom, we're going to mark the first one, second one blank. Mark the third one, fourth one blank. Mark the fifth one, sixth one blank. Okay, so with my segment tool, mark the first one, second one blank. Mark the third one, fourth one blank. Mark the fifth one, and sixth one blank. Okay, and then we'll go back to our picture. And so the beautiful thing here is we're going to use parallel lines for this quite a bit. Okay, and the parallel lines kind of set the path for us, and then we have to mark those points where that line's going to go through. All right, we'll mark those points, and then we'll hide the lines, and then we'll be able to draw our path of where we're going through. So that's how I think of it, at least. So coming from this point right here, coming from this point, will be parallel to this bottom line, and then we'll have to mark let's see, how are we going to do this? Okay, so I can be parallel to this line up here, the top right, going through the top, and parallel to this line down here, and we can mark that first step. And then we can go straight up and down. We'll mark that intersection point, then we'll go straight up and down. So we'll be parallel to this outside point, and then we'll match things to the inner step here. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so parallel lines. Thank goodness for the parallel line tool. Okay, so I go to that intersection, and then back to parallel lines. And then here, parallel lines. Okay, so we came out, down, then we'll mark this intersection. Okay, then I'm going to step down along here. So I want to be parallel line. And then I'll be parallel to this line, but it goes through point M. and then intersect, and then parallel to this line, goes through this point, and parallel to this line, but it goes through this point. All right. So I've marked those points. Now we're going to hide all those parallel lines so that we can redraw this with segments. All right. So let's do that. And I'll click all these lines on the outside of the circle, on the outside of the hexagon. There we go. There we are. Okay. All right. So I can make my steps going down this way. All right, so let's go back to our picture. All right, so I've built this right staircase. Now we have to do the same thing on the left-hand side. So I'm going to come, again, parallel lines. I'm going to come down from here and down from here. And then we'll mark that intersection. And then parallel lines. And then mark this intersection. So the secret with this is you use the longest line you can, just kind of lay down the roadmap. And then once we have the roadmap laid down, then we figure out where the points are. And then we actually come through with the segment tool and actually draw where those lines go. Okay? We don't want to draw with the segment tool too early because if we have to cut that line in half or draw parts of it, it'll run us into all kinds of problems. So we don't want to do that. So okay, so back to parallel lines. We're going like that. I should have a line here in the middle. How am I? Okay. If I come off the middle here, it'll tell, oh, there it is. And then parallel line goes vertical off of V. And okay. So now I can hide all of those parallel lines. We'll hide all these coming off the side. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so we'll hide these also. Okay, and again, go to our picture. So we've drawn the steps along the right side, we've drawn the steps along the left side. Then we just need to connect everything into the middle, and we should see our either 2 blocks or the staircase. So let's do that. And with our segment tool, we're coming into the middle. Okay, so my design is complete here, and we're not going to worry about coloring it on this one, but we are going to hide the labels, all right? So we'll show hide label, and I'll click on every label, and I can just click every letter, so the letters go away. You can either click the point or the letter. I think if you click the letter, that's kind of a bigger target for you to reach for or to aim for. Okay, so here's my optical illusion. And my final part, I'm going to sign it, screenshot, and save it. So let's do that. Come down here to media. Under media is text. So I can hit bold and italics and then type my name. And then go to my save link. And this is just called optical illusion. Optical illusion. Okay, there's my share link. I can export the image. And the other thing is we're going to have you answer the question, what do you see when you look at this design? Do you see the 2 blocks, or do you see the staircase. All right. Thank you much. Have a great day. We'll see you later.